Whatever you do, do not quit that job. Don't quit that job. Hi, I doubt people are gonna see this, but I'm Trey Hits. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I'm a niche micro influencer, content creator, YouTuber. Earlier this month I quit my job. Um, yeah, let's just get right into it. I quit my job, and it feels like I made a mistake. It feels like I made a mistake, and it's a mistake that I've been having to wrestle with, right? Like, bills need to be paid, right? Um, and let me explain a bit of my background. I grew up in a five-person household. Just my mom, single mother, three siblings, five of us in total, raised on about a 3,500 yearly income. $3,500 for five people. That is not a lot. So I didn't grow up with, you know, I didn't grow up, having it made. Grew up pretty much, below the poverty line. But I was fortunate enough to have a mother who, she's a whiz when it comes to money management. I still can't fathom how she did it, but she did it. Um, I so you would think I would learn from that, right? No, I went to university, got a degree that, I was first generation college student, got a degree that I could not use, and entered into a terrible job market and was forced into an industry that I hated. And I was at a job that, I really, really, really hated. It sapped every single ounce of creative energy that I had, and it made it so difficult for me to do the things that I truly love, right? I'm a singer songwriter. I run a music label slash creative collective. Um, and I just realized that a job like that was genuinely sapping all of the creative energy that I had out of me. And anybody who knows me knows that I'm a very creative person. I like to write music. I like to write, um, short films, things like that. Um, and I just knew that I didn't want to live in a world where I wasn't getting to exercise my creativity to the fullest extent. So once I reached YouTube Partner, and once I started to do pretty well on social media in terms of engagement, I realized that I've always been comfortable. I've always been the type that I've had a job since I was 16 years old, and I've pretty much never been unemployed since then. And I knew that if I wasn't going to force myself out of the door, I'd never leave. I'd never leave, and I would be stuck there forever. And I would choose comfortability over creating a life that I actually felt was worth living. Um, yeah, so I quit my job, and I'm wrestling with that fact. I haven't been able to find one, haven't been able to land one. The future is kind of uncertain. I don't know if I'll have an apartment in the next like month and a half. I could be homeless. I could be on the streets. God forbid, I could be on the streets. And I know I started this off saying that you shouldn't quit your job. And, I personally truly think that if you have a network, if you have a good network of people, if you have people who have the money to take care of you, I unfortunately don't. But if you do and you want to sink your teeth into whatever creative passion you have, I think you should. Um, but I think in sitting here talking about this, um, every single misstep, I chose the wrong degree. Um, I apparently chose the wrong time to go to school. Um, every single misstep that I've made in life has led me to um, this decision right here. It led me to this path. Led me to this journey. Um, it could not pan out. I'm gonna be honest. It could not pan out. I could not make it on social media. Chances are I won't. If you look at the success stories compared to all the failures, there's a good chance that I won't. Um, I could not make it anywhere with songwriting and production. If you look at it, there's a good chance that I won't. Um, but what matters is the fact that I believed and I knew that to me, a life that I don't enjoy is not one that is worth living. Um, so I know this is a bit different than what I normally talk about, but I think it's worth it to take a chance on you. I don't recommend it for everybody. This is hard. This is really, really difficult. This is really hard. And I'm someone who sees a lot of flops. Flops happen all the time for me. I flop every single day. But for me, it was worth it. And if you are someone who thinks, you know, time and time again, if you're sitting there and you're thinking, like, I really hate where I am right now, like, you have the ability to change the trajectory of your life. All it takes is one great leap. All it takes is forcing yourself to be the person that you want to be, forcing yourself to be the person that you perceive yourself as being in the future. If you force yourself into that, I truly think, and I have the faith that you can do it. There's a 99% chance that you can't do it, but that 1% is worth it if you're someone like me. I didn't really make this video for anyone. I don't know if I'll post it, but I've been really down. I've been really down about where I'm going creatively, and where I'm going in terms of my life, and I question whether this is worth it or not. And I hope I can look back to this video and be like, yeah, I did that. If I didn't, then shit, I hope this is a cautionary tale for anybody who tries to achieve their dreams. That is all.